Hi, and welcome to Sports Babble! This is not your father's sports show. I'm your host, Frank, your satirical hero. Now, NFL drafts tonight, everybody. You got your popcorn ready? It's going to be interesting. Who will the Cleveland Browns take with the number 1 draft pick? Well, this should be interesting. This should be interesting as all hell. Now, what I'm going to do today is, this is my first NFL draft review, and I am going to review Mel Kiper Jr.'s mock draft. So here we go. He has, with the number 1 draft pick, Cleveland Browns taking, dun 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 dun, Baker Mayfield. Now, I think that would be the most idiotic, well, this is the Browns, the second most idiotic pick they've ever done. Baker Mayfield's an okay quarterback. He's very limited in mobility-wise. A little bit of a maturity issue, as we saw on that tape in which he was trying to run away from the cops every night at drinking. I mean, we've all done stupid things drunk, but you gotta have a little better handle of yourself and know the situation better. I mean, that would be... And number 2 reason why I don't think Cleveland should take him is the simple fact that he is not a strong-arm quarterback. You're playing in Cleveland. It snows and is cold most of the year. Once that wind picks up off from the north off Lake Erie, he's not going to be able to throw. This isn't Oklahoma, in which it's nice, warm weather all year round. He's going to have to play in the elements. He is a small quarterback, undersized, doesn't have a strong arm, playing outdoors all year. And unlike other divisions, the AFC North does not have a dome for him to play in. Every team plays outside. To be honest, they need someone like a Josh Allen, maybe even. Oh, Josh Rosen would be good. Not Mayfield. Hell, Lamar Jackson would be better. At least he's got a bigger frame to him and is 6'4" and is a little more of an athlete. That's another thing that you got to think about if you're Cleveland. You're going to be feeding that kid to the wolves his first year. Their offensive line is terrible. And that's not even including Thomas retiring. So, what are you going to do about it? Baker Mayfield's going to run around back there and get eaten alive. And for his sake, I hope to God he does not turn into a car. Not the younger brother, the older brother, the one that was fed to the Lions in Houston. Huh. If he becomes Derek Carr, oh my God, that's gonna be trouble for him, which might happen. If anyone remembers, he was the Houston Texans' first round draft pick, and he was destroyed. He was destroyed the first 5 years of his career with that franchise because they didn't have anyone to block. They literally did not have enough people to block, and he was running around for his dear life back there. So, that's never fun. Now, we should, after I've been hampering on the Browns, I probably should move on to the next draft pick. What do you guys think? Go down in the comments and vote if I should keep going, or if I'm just going to ramble on about the Browns and their misery of sadness. Well, let's keep going. Oh, I misspoke. It was David Carr. David Carr was the guy I was thinking of. That's the older brother. Oh, that was in Houston. Yeah. That was the older one. Alright. Any rate, we'll move on to the next one. Alright, the next one in this review is the New York Giants selecting Saquon Barkley. Now, Saquon's a good running back, but I saw him play in the Big Ten. He's not as efficient as a home run hit as people are making him out to be. And that's the truth of the matter. For example, He averaged 5 yards per, what was it? 4.3 yards per attempt, something like that. And he actually had less big 20 plus yard carries than a lot of the other first round draft picks that were running backs have gone. So that's an issue. I mean, yeah, he's a great kid, great athlete. Now, does it fit New York? Yeah, if they really believe Eli Manning has a couple more years left, then you got to get him a running game. Look what New Orleans did. New Orleans got Drew Brees a running back, and they did pretty well. Take the load off his arm and do some play action. That'd be very good if Odell Beckham Jr. decides, to get his act together and come back, with a clear mindset. Yeah, it could work. It could 100% work. But then there again, it's all about if they can actually get that running game going. All right, that's the big top 2 draft picks, and that's the one people are curious about. Well, I think there'll be trades, in my personal opinion, about him. Now, this is what is being projected. I think, especially with Cleveland's, that'd be the dumbest idea ever. But it's Cleveland. It's a misery of sadness, so what do you expect? Now, with the Giants, I could see that. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea, but they have a lot of holes for the Giants. If I were them, I'd trade back. Buffalo really wants to move up to get a quarterback. I would call to see if Buffalo wants to trade. They could offer you a boatload of draft picks, and that'd be good. That would be good for them. They could get better talent and eventually maybe make another run. But I don't know. I don't know if they have enough to actually make it, but you never know. We'll see. That's the beauty of the draft. We'll find out tonight. We will 100% find out tonight what is going on and what crazy things are happening. I'll have a reaction video tomorrow all about the craziness that will be the first round. So it's going to be highly interesting and anticipated. We'll see what happens. We will definitely see what happens. Now, let's go back in here. Come on, internet. Okay. I've refound my train of thought. Alright. Okay, let's, for example, say that the Giants do actually trade with the Bills. That would give the Giants the 12th overall draft pick. Do I believe that's good? Yeah. You could still get a lot of talent, and let's just say you take Buffalo's and you get a couple other draft picks. That'd be good. Be very good for that team. But that's not why we're here. We'll see what'll happen with the rest of this lineup. Now, after that, it's the Jets. I know the Jets want a quarterback. They need a quarterback. That's why I think the Buffalo trade would make sense with the Giants, because they are starved for a quarterback. To be honest, Josh Allen will look good in Buffalo. Cold weather, Josh Rosen, any of them. The Jets are basically going to pick up the pieces of whoever quarterback hasn't been taken in the first couple of picks. That is what they're planning to do. Now, Cleveland has the 4th pick. That's where it gets interesting, especially with that New York Giants pick. If the Giants trade out of that pick, Cleveland's more than likely going to pick up the pieces and draft Saquon Barkley. That is what I believe. They're going to try to get a bunch of pieces starting on offense to see if they can outscore teams. That's my feeling of the situation. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Write it down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, now that we got that away, we will continue with this. All right. Who is up next? We have the Denver Broncos. Who do I think the Broncos would pick? Knowing Denver, I mean, they may go quarterback. They may. I think, well, who they get? I think they got Sam Bradford, if I remember. Yeah, they picked up Sam Bradford. Do I think that would be good, that he's a legit long-term starter for them? No. Sam Bradford's too injury prone. So it would behoove him to go quarterback. Now, they could say double down, actually quadruple down at this point on their defense and go with the top defensive draft pick. But we'll see. I mean, that all depends on what they want to do and how they perceive it. Personally, I would. I 100% would if I were them. I would go through with it. Take another couple defensive players and try to improve that defense. They really should. They need if they're not going to have a good quarterback, which they really don't have one on their roster, improve that defense to the nth degree. Make it an all-time great defense instead of just a good defense. That is what 100% they should do. I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments. Put them down below, guys. Come on. Okay, this is almost like a live stream attempt, but yet I'm not live streaming. It's a whole new concept called bullshitting your entire video for reasons of not being prepared. Procrastination at its finest. Alright, come on, internet, load up. Let's do this. Come on. You can do it, internet. Alright. Load. Well, this sucks. It's really not loading. Yep, it's completely frozen. Maybe. Nope. Well, let's keep this gravy train rolling. Alright. Come on. Okay. Well, while we wait, we'll switch gears and we'll talk about the NBA playoffs tonight. Tonight is the Bucks versus the Celtics. Now, I'm a diehard Bucks fan, but I see the writing on the wall. Unfortunately, we're wasting Giannis's career by us being incompetent. We have terrible coaching, and we have terrible, to quote Charles Barkley, terrible talent scouting. We got lucky with Giannis, and we're trying to do stuff with other players, and it's just not working. I mean, the fact that Giannis and Chris Middleton basically scored a majority of our points in the last game, that was Game 5, it was awful. We should have at least one more option that can step up. I mean, that's on everybody. That's on the coaching department, that's on the scouting, and that's on the players. Specifically, I'm looking at you, Jabari Parker. Learn to play some defense and stop looking like a lost sheep out there when one person just makes one cut and you somehow lose your man every time. I mean, seriously, what the hell you doing, dude? Can't be every time someone makes a cut, all of a sudden, well, I have no idea where he went. We'll just allow him to go backdoor on me. Yep. It's so frustrating with that team because you see the talent. Giannis and Chris actually have talent, but the rest of the team is just a bunch of Joes that they found on the street. I mean, it's not good. It's really not good at all. But what can you do? Now, what was interesting was that last night's game between Cleveland and Indiana when LeBron dropped 40-something with the game winner. That was clutch by LeBron. Now, unfortunately, he is more than likely going to have to do that every time throughout this playoffs for them to even have a chance. But it is what it is. Alright, that's this video. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. It'll get better. Hopefully. Please like and subscribe and help me keep going.